I've talked about the demographics. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk about is the psychographics. Now, what is the psychographics? It talks about psychology. Psychographics is from the word psychology. So how they think, okay? Their psychology. What are they interested in? What are their behaviors? Their interests, their behaviors. Those two things, very important. Okay? So you sell whatever it is that you sell. What are these people interested in? You sell to people who are rich. What are rich people interested in? So these are some of the questions you need to ask yourself and be able to answer. Okay? What are their behaviors? Are they frequent travelers? Are they people who make payments with Facebook? Are they frequent shoppers? What exactly are their behaviors? You need to understand some of these things. All right? So those two things are key for you to understand targeting in 2022. Now, the final thing I'm going to discuss on targeting or understanding targeting in 2022 is this. There are some things that now work for targeting that don't used to work, or that used to work but now don't work. Let me put it that way. Now, number one, before now, when you go on Instagram and you want to run an ad, right? You see a lot of people putting in so much interest. You go on your phone, after you've boosted your post, you put in a lot of interest. I see a lot of people do it. In fact, I saw a page that did it recently and I'm like, what? You put in a lot of locations. This is wrong. What you ought to do is be precise on the locations you want. Now, depending on what your budget is, that determines the location that you use, the number of locations that you use. It's just like you're sending your money on a trip, on a journey. And if you're sending your money on a journey, you don't have enough money to reach the whole of Nigeria. I see people saying they want to target the whole of Nigeria. How on earth are you targeting the whole of Nigeria with 5,000 naira? Can you take 5,000 naira to go on a trip, around Nigeria? It's not possible. So, if you think about it literally that way, you will be able to understand how this works. So, what you need to do is, you need to understand that the first thing you need is to understand the places you want to use. Understand the places you want to use, places like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, wherever it is you want to use. Understand your target, your location, and use just 3. Okay? Just 3 maximum. I'm giving this to you right. Remember that this is the 1K ads training, and I'm telling you what works. I'm not telling you how to beat around the bush. This is what works. Use 3 locations rather than using a lot of places. If you can use 1, better, but the maximum should be 3. All right? Another thing that you should do is that you should only use not more than 5 targeting. Do not use more than 5 targeting. And the reason is simple. When you use too much target, you are confusing Instagram. You are confusing Instagram when you use too much target. You should not use too much target. Use a maximum of 5 to 6. Minimize it. The reason is that you want to know what works. If you don't know what works for your page, how will you consistently churn out results? So you need to understand what works for your page. So that's why I'm saying that what you need to do is to use 5 targets maximum. Once you do this, it will work for you. All right? So rather than packing up a lot of targets, different things, no, 5 to 6, it works for you. That way you can understand, okay, this set of targets did not work for me. Let me change it. All right? So once you do this for your targeting, you will be glad. All right? So I hope this helps you. We're going to move into the next thing that we're going to be learning in the next video. I'll see you.